Hey, I'm Benjamin Lewis, and today I'm going to tell you about my first Bonnaroo experience from a experienced festival goer's perspective. Now, a little insight with me, I'm 24, so I've been going to festivals for well over 10 years. I've been to Ultra Singapore, I've been to Reading Leeds Fest in London, I've been to Zurich Open Air, I've been to EDC Orlando like a million times, and I've hit up quite literally every South Florida music festival there is, except for Rolling Loud and that one country one. Hopefully I don't get hit with a one of those copyright things.
Oh, DMCA?
Yeah, DMCA. I was about to say, but I didn't know if that was a band. Wait, that's Run DMC. Well, definitely get this YouTube video taken down now. So, the one thing I would like to talk about is just the things that stood out to me. So, every music festival that I've been to has something unique. Rather, it's the crowd, or rather, it's the pretty lights at EDC, or maybe there's like a super dope like building in the background, like Ultra Singapore has like Marina Bay Sands, like that crazy boat shaped looking hotel in the background, and the gardens on the right, which are just super insane. So for me, the one thing that stood out about Bonnaroo to me was the people. Now the people can either make or break a festival. So you can go to a bad music festival where it's a whole bunch of drunk teenagers, or maybe you can go to a festival where it's like a whole bunch of sketchy people. So there's just kind of a whole variance. And with me, the one thing that stood out to me about Bonnaroo was how hospitable the people are. So I have a coworker, she's the shit, and she's like, come to Bonnaroo, and she's been going like every year since it started. And I look at my friends after Oki, or one of my friends reached out to me and he said, hey Ben, would you be interested in going to Bonnaroo? And I said, well, screw it. And I immediately bought my ticket, impulsively. It was a stupid idea. I was just like, credit card, and I had my ticket. And he's like, did you seriously just do that? And I'm like, don't challenge me. And he's like, okay, I'm in. And then we pulled together the ragtag group of people and we went in. So we ended up camping with quite a large group of people. But the people that we met there were actually insanely hospitable, like some of the friendliest people I met. Because now the crowd at Bonnaroo, unlike other festivals I've been to, is a tad bit older. So I'm in my 20s. A lot of people that were at Bonnaroo in their 30s. There was people with kids, there was teenagers, but it was like an older crew. So the people there were like were a lot nicer. They were more open. I could go up to them and talk to them and be like, hey, what's up? How's your day going? And just kind of shoot shit if I really wanted to. But I can be very closed-in sometimes, and I was. But what really struck me wasn't just the interactions I had there of just making friends and be cool. It was just how the people were after the festival. Because, I mean, it's really nice and it's really easy to be nice to people when you're on vacation and you're drunk. Or you're kind of in your own world, if you get what I'm saying there. But the one experience that really was definitive was like I was driving from Manchester, Tennessee, which is about an hour southeast of Nashville, to home, 800 miles, just so you know. So I'm like midway, I'm in Georgia, this like redneck town, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And so I'm wearing a Bonnaroo shirt, and I don't even realize I'm wearing a Bonnaroo shirt. I'm dead. I mean, I've just like walked miles in dry Tennessee heat or like humid Tennessee heat. It's been rough. So the guy's like, nice shirt, bro. And then another person's like, nice shirt, bro. And another guy's like, happy you're ruined. I'm just like, oh crap. I was like, that's cool. I'm like, y'all are really nice. And that made me happy because it's like, it just shows that the vibes aren't just at the festival. It's not just like a good vibe zone. It's just like, these people are like that all around. And for me, that makes me happy because it's like, it's an inclination for me to go back because it's like having a good experience at a hotel and the people at the hotel are really cool. But then you run into one of the workers downtown at like a different bar that night. And then they're like super cool wanting to hang out with you. That's the vibe I got from Bonnaroo. So for me, that was like really cool. Like that's like, I want to be friends with everyone that goes to this music festival, give or take. So then the second thing that really stood out to me about Bonnaroo was EDC Orlando, and God knows how many other festivals, it's like, I want to go to the main stage and see my favorite band. And then I realized that my other two favorite bands are playing at the exact same time. So me and my friends look at each other and they're like, I'm gonna go here. So we're just like, good luck finding you. And this crowd of like 70,000 people at a day festival, it's like, I should have smuggled in a flare gun to just shoot it up in the air to find you guys, because cell phone signal's screwed and we're out of luck. Versus Bonnaroo is like, we're gonna put this cool guy at this one time, and then he's gonna end. And then some other guys can play at this time, and he's gonna be at this perfectly walkable stage over here, and you're gonna have good cell phone signal, so it's not like also enough space there, or so I was able to actually just like call them and be like, yo, where are you? And they're like, I'm buying this giant glare thing. I'm just like, Brandon. I'm just like, sup? And they're like, sup? And be like, that was easy. And so there's always cell phone signal, which is great, because believe it or not, cell phone signal can sometimes be a major hindrance. And the thing about Bonnaroo is that it's not in the middle of nowhere, it's an hour outside of Nashville, but it's still on farmland with a lot of people. So the fact that I was able to have cell phone signal is actually kind of amazing, because I've managed to not have cell phone signal like Ultra or at like EDC or like other places. And so that's really what stood out to me. And so for another thing is just like, I don't know, for me, just the overall experience was better. So like, if you're looking at Ultra 2019, I don't know if you guys are ravers or if you know what happened there, but this is a really good example of bad. So now Ultra 2019 had a few major things that just did not go down well. So for one, the stages were way too close together to the point where I remember I was just like walking around. I was bored. I mean, all my favorite bands were playing. I didn't care. I was just like wandering, kind of exploring. It's fun. And I just like standing on like some random corner and I can hear main stage, second main stage, other random stage. At one point my brain's just like, whoa. So, but now Bonnaroo actually has their stages spaced out enough to the point where it's not an issue. So like there's noise to an extent, but it's like major stage over here, like bathrooms, noise barriers, other random crap, other major stage, and then other major stage. And these are all like 10 to 15 minute walk, which considering how big music festivals can be, that's actually pretty good, in my opinion. That's not bad. So I was just easily able to just like wander over and get to where you need to go without having to hear like Stevie Nicks set over some other random person set or X, Y, or Z. Stevie Nicks was just an example. She actually closed out Bonnaroo this year of 2022. So there actually wasn't one major competing with her. So that was one good thing. For two was just kind of the experience. So now like back to Ultra 2019, really good bad example. They only had an art exhibit. That was it. Or then you have like EDC, which had like a Ferris wheel, or you have like Okeechobee that has some like string chippy shit, which is also really fun. But Bonnaroo just felt like that there was enough cool stuff spaced out to the point where you didn't just have to go like, see concert, I'm done. See concert, I'm done. It's like, oh, there's something cool over here. Let me go check this out. So like, for example, me and my friend Nick and my friend Rob, we're just wandering around, and I heard that they had a Christmas party before that now turned into a wedding chapel. So I'm walking through, and I'm just like, hey Nick, I was like, wanna go check out what's going on over there? We literally watched two people get married. Like, actually, like, you may now kiss the bride at a music festival. Now tell me, have you ever been to a music festival and seen someone get married? I've been to a lot. I got hearing damage. I'm hearing in my right ear right now. Never once seen a wedding at a music festival, like a proper officiated wedding. Not some like some like in the crowd, low key. Like this is actually a proper chapel. So I see this and they get married, and for me that's the coolest freaking thing because I'm just watching like a couple's personal history. I'm just some random guy in the background just observing, but it's cool because like anyone can just show up and join this person's wedding. Like I'm technically be stupid, but no one's ever gonna do that really. So for me, that's another thing that really stood out, which is like what they had to offer. So the older crowd, you have the cool things to do and see, like in between the stages, and just like the general, like there is no pressure because the stages are far enough apart, but also the fact that just the timing, the set times are spaced out enough to the point where I feel like I'm not having to buy a Red Bull and put on my broken ass running shoes and bolt like Usain Bolt to just kind of see it set. So for me, Bonnaroo, as far as all the festivals I've been to, and I've been to a lot, if anyone doubts what I'm saying, shoot me a DM, I'll send you the list. It's going to take me a while to type out, but I will. But in my opinion, it is probably one of the best music festivals I've been to. It is unique, it's cool, the people are great, and honestly, it was just a great time. Like, and there wasn't really anything bad, there wasn't anything really too sketchy about. I mean, the worst part about it is probably the dirt. I mean, can you see my shoe? That's a lot of mud. But you're at a festival, so I mean, you never wear high heels or like $1,000 pair of Jordans to your music festival because someone's gonna step on your shoe completely trashed and not really care what you're wearing because shoes are made for walking and that's what they're gonna do. And if people are gonna walk over all over your shoes, and well, what are you gonna do? So anyway, that concludes the video. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. And check out my Instagram page, The Life of Benjamin Lewis. I will be here, and if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. Laters.